What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Today we're talking about quarterbacks for Week 12 in our top 20 rankings. Some breaking news that just came out here recently. Lamar Jackson will not play this week. Yes, even though the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers game has been moved to Tuesday night, we're still not going to have Lamar Jackson. Get him out of your lineups. He will not be available for you this week. Plus, also, more breaking news. We have opened up pre-orders for our 2021 Fantasy Football Draft Guide, and we're doing a Black Friday sale. If you head over to our website, thefantasyheadliners.com, enter promo code Black Friday, you'll receive 40% off our draft guide. You're basically going to get over 600 pages of all things fantasy football goodness in 2021 for only like $12. We're not going to sell it for a cheaper price than this, and it's only good from today, Friday, through Cyber Monday. So get yours while you can. They're already flying off the virtual shelves. Don't miss out for 2021. We've had a lot of great success in 2019 and 2020. People have loved the draft guide. Don't miss out on yours in 2021 at such a great price. But now, let's head into Week 12 and our top 20 quarterbacks for fantasy football. We're going to kick it off with number 20. And that's where I had Matthew Stafford coming into the week. Now, he probably outperformed that number just a little bit here on Thursday football during Thanksgiving Day. Didn't have himself a bad game, all things considered, but this is where I had him coming into the week with all the injuries to his pass catchers. Number 19, Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee Titans, a very difficult matchup going up against the Indianapolis Colts, right? We just saw this matchup a couple weeks ago, and Ryan Tannehill didn't really perform that well. Came down early, scored some early points, but then struggled down the stretch, but did suffer from some drops from A.J. Brown, which could have made his numbers a little bit better. Looking for a slightly better day this week than we saw 2 weeks ago from Tannehill, but not a huge ceiling. Got him at 19. Number 18, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings, going up against the Carolina Panthers. This is one of those guys that I had to wait and see on, right? Because we didn't know the status of Adam Thielen. Well, now we do. Adam Thielen will be out on the COVID IR this week, which means Kirk Cousins will not have one of his top weapons, which means a whole lot of targets going the way of Justin Jefferson, but it's going to lower his ceiling not having that touchdown upside of Adam Thielen there on the outside. Got him dropped down to 18. 17, Teddy Bridgewater, Carolina Panthers, a matchup here this week going up against the Minnesota Vikings and Kirk Cousins. It was kind of unclear whether Teddy was going to play or not, especially since PJ Walker went out last week and didn't look half bad. Well, Teddy's in the lineup. We know he's got plenty of weapons to throw to. Got him right here at 17. Number 16 is Phillip Rivers, Indianapolis Colts, going up against the Tennessee Titans. We just talked about Ryan Tannehill, and Phillip Rivers had himself a pretty solid day 2 weeks ago against this same secondary. A secondary which can be had by opposing quarterbacks, and it's all of a sudden Phillip Rivers starting to turn it on here. Second half of the season with the insurgence of one Michael Pittman on the outside is really boosting the numbers of Phillip Rivers, and I love it this week. They couldn't stop Pittman 2 weeks ago. I don't know if they can this week either. Got Phillip Rivers at 16. 15 is probably a surprise for a lot of people, but I talked about it in my start-sit video. It's Daniel Jones, New York Giants, going up against the Cincinnati Bengals, whose heart's basically been ripped from their chest with no Joe Burrow. Plus, Daniel Jones and his rushing upside is really making him a safer floor play here over the past few weeks with a lot of question marks with the guys below him. Got Daniel Jones at 15. 14, Jared Goff, Los Angeles Rams, and you never know which Goff you're going to get, right? But a matchup in his division going up against San Francisco, and all of a sudden it's getting blatantly obvious, right? When the Rams throw the football, they have a lot more success in their ball games. Well, Jared Goff's going to come out and throw again this week. Got him at number 14. 13, Matt Ryan, and honestly, he's trending down because we still don't know for sure the status of Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, Hayden Hurst. I mean, they're banged up all over the place. Heck, even Calvin Ridley still on the injury report. What do we have for Matt Ryan to throw to on Sunday? A lot of unknowns. If all these guys end up sitting, Matt Ryan is dropping. Basically what I said in my start-sit video, if Matt Ryan doesn't have Julio Jones, I'm kind of not that interested, especially with everybody else banged up. But for right now, got him at 13. Number 12 is Cam Newton, New England Patriots, going up against the Arizona Cardinals, a game in which they may be forced to throw the ball a little bit more in New England, right? If Kyler Murray is healthy and can put some points up on the board against this defense, which is not what it was last year, Cam Newton may not only be reliant on his legs, but have to throw, which raises his ceiling slightly. Got him right now at number 12. Number 11 is Big Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh Steelers, now playing on Tuesday Night Football against the Baltimore Ravens. Remember, this game was moved back to Tuesday because of all the COVID issues. And honestly, I would put Ben higher, but I kind of see Pittsburgh running away with this one with all of the players that are missing for Baltimore. Pittsburgh could get a lead, rely on the run a little bit, and we may not see huge numbers from Big Ben just because he's not forced to throw all 4 quarters. That's why I got him sitting right here, number 11. On to the top 10 now. Number 10, Taysom Hill. New Orleans Saints going up against the Denver Broncos, so a great matchup for Taysom Hill. Plus, I was a little bit impressed with his actual quarterback skills under center last week. We saw him deliver the ball down the field pretty consistently, especially to Michael Thomas, not just reliant on his legs. However, that rushing upside is always there, and he's going to crack the top 10 right here at number 10 this week. Number 9, Derek Carr, Las Vegas Raiders in a great matchup going up against the Atlanta Falcons. It's a lot easier to throw on Atlanta than it is to run on Atlanta. Plus, we haven't really even seen the ceiling of Derek Carr yet. He's yet to really include on a weekly basis the likes of Henry Ruggs and Hunter Renfrow. They have room to grow this offense, and the ceiling could get higher and higher. Plus, he's been a pretty safe floor play. Got Derek Carr right here, number 9. Number 8, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. Tough matchup, Sunday Night Football going up against the Chicago Bears. Now, yeah, the Bears defense is going to be one of the tops in the league, right? But we're talking about Aaron Rodgers here. The issue with Aaron Rodgers, honestly, is yeah, he's got Davante Adams, but after that, his pass-catching weapon's pretty banged up here at this moment. If they can really isolate on Davante Adams, it could limit the ceiling slightly of Aaron Rodgers. That's why I got him dropped down here to number 8. Number 7, Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Honestly, in my opinion, it would not surprise me one bit if we saw defense just go out the window in this game. For Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes just to light it up would not surprise me either if we see maybe over 65, 70 points total scored in this game. That's the amount of firepower that's on this field, and I kind of want a part of it. Got Tom Brady, number 7. Number 6, Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks playing Monday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles. Had to drop Russ down a couple spots, just due to the inconsistencies as of late, right? More interceptions, less touchdowns, actually getting some drops in the end zone by DK Metcalf. All those are hurting Russ's final numbers. Plus, good chance Chris Carson comes back. Maybe they rely a little bit more on the running game this week, which lowers the ceiling for Russell Wilson. Still a solid play with a huge ceiling. Got him at number 6. Number 5, Justin Herbert, the wonder rookie for the Los Angeles Chargers, going against the Buffalo Bills. And I'll be completely honest, I loved Herbert for weeks, right? He's been inside my top 5, which feels like for months now. However, if he gets Austin Eckler back this week, oh dear Lord, the ceiling's even going to go higher. Are you kidding me? Don't be surprised if we start seeing Justin Herbert within the top 3 here pretty soon. Love the matchup. Love the possibility for points this week and a high-scoring game potentially with the Buffalo Bills. I got Justin Herbert right now at number 5, and I'm getting excited. He may move higher. Number 4 is his opponent in that game, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, and we already know the Bills can put up points in a hurry, right? No John Brown may limit some of the bigger plays from Josh Allen, but with Stephon Diggs and a case of the Beasles, Cole Beasley underneath, I still love the potential in this offense. Plus, Josh Allen still able to scramble out of the pocket and put up some rushing numbers, got him at number 4. Number 3, this is where I had Deshaun Watson coming into the week. If you watched the start-sit video, you know how much I love Deshaun Watson this week. Was I expecting that big of a ball game? Maybe not that big. He could finish his quarterback 1 on the week, but coming into the week, got him right here at number 3. Number 2 is Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. And yeah, there's a lot of concerns with Kyler Murray, right? Is his shoulder 100%? No Larry Fitzgerald. Does that maybe mean more Andy Isabella this weekend? Possibly. Plus, we saw maybe Kyler's worst game of the season last week, and he still put up like 23 fantasy points. The kid is electric, and he can do it with his legs and his arm. He's not just one-dimensional. There's nothing really raising too many red flags that he's not going to be still, viable in the passing game. So I got to put him at number 2, Kyler Murray up here in a great matchup going up against the New England Patriots. Which means number 1, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, in that game against Tampa Bay, in which I said there could be a whole lot of offense. We already know that Patrick Mahomes here, as of late, is just flinging balls anywhere he wants to. And more times than not, they're ending up in the end zone. This is a very high-powered offense. I don't need to sell you on any more reasons why you should have Patrick Mahomes as your number 1 quarterback here in Week 12. All right, so that's my top 20 quarterbacks here for Week 12 fantasy football. Hopefully that helps finalize some of your lineups. Last quick reminder, no Lamar Jackson, no Lamar Jackson, no Lamar Jackson. Get him out of your lineup and find another option. Even though they're playing on Tuesday, he will not play in the game this week. Plus, we got some schedule changes coming up in the NFL next week. We'll highlight those a little bit more come next Monday so we can actually not confuse you this week and to make sure that you have your best lineup set for this week coming up, because that's what's really most important as of right now. We'll deal with the other stuff here in the future. If you're looking for more detail on some of these guys, make sure you head over to the Start Sit video. That's where we have all the detail. This is just a quick rundown of my top 20, but hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. maybe you're doing some Black Friday shopping, don't forget thefantasyheadliners.com. Get yourself a pre-order draft guide at 40% off through Cyber Monday. You do not want to miss out on that. We greatly appreciate your support. Make sure you hit that like button, consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you later.